How worried are you of George Springer is my question. Highest slugging percentage in World Series history. 3 home runs in the 2017 World Series against the Dodgers. I know fans are yelling, it was because of the trash cans. But
I mean, it was also 10 years ago.
Wait, you did hear them all on like all 3 of his at-bats that he homered, right? Wasn't that a thing?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
I feel like that was the case.
But I thought
I thought they didn't do anything in the World Series.
Right, in the World Series.
That's how they got
it was
there.
the Yankees series that everybody was talking about the trash cans.
Yeah, because it was against Aroldis Chapman.
Right.
Who they absolutely, you could see it on his face, like, yep, I know what happened.
Yeah.
But it was a long time ago. Oh, by the way, I mean, all these stats that you're just talking
8
about,
years ago,
George.
yeah.
I mean, it is a little while ago.
I get it, but I don't know if you've noticed, he's still pretty awesome.
He's pretty darn good. I'm not going to tell you otherwise.
I'm just giving you historical context how he performs in the World Series. But yes, he's still very good.
He's very good. But this is 2025.
Okay.
That was 2017. Your point is made. He did perform well back then, and he has performed well in this postseason, to be sure.
Right.
No doubt about it. But Bergie, I guess where George and I both were starting with was Scherzer. So the old man is still rolling. We talk about all these old guys, LeBron, Aaron Rodgers. We always seem to neglect to bring up a guy like a Max Scherzer. How old is Scherzer now? 43-ish?
I think he's 41. 41.
41?
Yeah.
Okay.
41. So you got the old man Scherzer tonight against Tyler Glasnow, who's been good. Not spectacular like Blake Snell, Yamamoto. Great, even though Blake Snell wasn't awesome in Game 1.
So,
what do you think of this pitching matchup?
Yeah, before you say anything about Glasnow in the postseason this year has
been
3
very
games,
good.
He only has given up 1 run.
Yeah.
1 run in the 3 games that he's pitched. Now,
know,
one
I
of the
think
games is only an inning and 2/3, but still.
I know, right. But I think that's kind of the thing, Berg, is we've seen how long we've seen Snell go deep. We've seen Yamamoto with back-to-back complete games. So we're kind of judging it based on the first 2 guys, which is probably unrealistic and unfair, frankly.
So we'll go Scherzer first. So Scherzer is still a very good pitcher, but at the same time, he's not someone that goes deep into games anymore. Like, if he goes longer than 4 innings, I think I'll be kind of surprised. I know he went 5 2/3 against Seattle, but he doesn't go very deep anymore. He's not really much of a strikeout guy anymore. He's more of a contact pitcher than what he used to be because of his age now. So if he's somebody that they can get to early and then you can get to the bullpen early, that will be huge for this team, because if you get to the bullpen after, let's say, 4 innings and they have to go through, what is that? That could go through 5 innings of bullpen on 3 days in a row. That's better for the Dodgers overall. Whereas Glasnow has been very good, but also he's a guy that walks a lot of guys, and he's a guy that, it kind of gives up some contact, and that's what you're going to get from this Blue Jays team. So this is going to be the battle of the bullpens. This is going to be a very, very tough matchup tonight.
Interesting you say that it's going to be the battle of the bullpens, because what has been so great for the Dodgers thus far in this postseason is, frankly, the minimal use of what was their weakest link during the regular season, and that was the bullpen. I'm curious to see, and I know the story is being reported, what Dave decides to do with Andy Pages. Does he decide to go with Kike in center field and give Pages a rest? Because, frankly, his numbers are just so bad at the plate.
I get it, and they are really bad at the plate. But he has been good defensively, and it's the 9th hitter. I mean, you want him to be viable, certainly, but I don't think they're necessarily depending on him to contribute in a way you would want from the top of your lineup.
No, and so Pages, the thing about it that keeps him in the lineup for me specifically is that his arm is a deterrent. When he's in center field, if you're not going to go first or third, if it's a ball to Pages, because he will throw you out, or go second to home.
Right, you're not getting that with Kike, for sure.
Yeah, you're not getting that with Kike. You're not getting that with any Alex Call, if that's who they decide to go with.
Yeah.
So
Alex Call.
Right. So the fact is, like, he needs, and also he was kind of hitting the ball better in Game 2. I think he had 3 hard hit balls. He had a ball that just missed hitting a home run. And you also trust that if someone's going to hit a home run, he can hit the home run, not Alex Call.
Right, but I think if you're Dave, to your point, George, about not expecting a lot out of your number 9 hitter, and Pages had an amazing regular season, but I think we would all say that Kike's bat is clutch in the postseason, And so now you got to kind of trade off. You've got the defensive prowess on one side of Pages, but you've got the clutchness of Kike on the other side. And the fact is that even though the Dodgers won the second game 5-1, it's not like they had this massive offensive explosion. It's guys like, Will Smith that come up with a big home run. Max Muncy comes up with a big home run. So, as you know, those two kinds of guys right there, Will Smith and Muncy, you know what they are. Bergie, you know what they are?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, they're heart and soul guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do I have to say it every time? I mean, come on. That's what they are. And those guys come up big. And Kike's one of those types of guys, too. So I'm curious to see what Dave's going to do tonight with this lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be curious. I hope he leaves it the same, to be honest with you. I think Paz can come out of it. He was an important piece, and really because of his arm in the outfield. Defense is more important than the 9-hitter getting on base.
Did you guys hear the story about how after Game 2, we've talked about this during the regular season. The Dodgers are pretty much the only team in baseball that uses 2 different planes for its entire traveling party.
Yeah.
So all the players get on plane 1. They fly back to L.A., the coaches and staff and everybody else who's on plane 2, they had a hard time apparently getting out of Toronto to get back to L.A. So it got to the point where yesterday the players are on the field going through all of their, day off hitting routines and, fielding routines and so on, and there's no coaches because the coaches had not yet gotten back to L.A.
Right.
Because they were in plane 2,
yeah.
Which I find that to be a very interesting part of the story because no one else does it like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what Dave decides to do. But in Dave we trust. You hear that, Christopher Arthur Morales?
Oh, I'm fine. And here's the great thing. In one postseason, Yamamoto is already lights ahead of Kershaw as a postseason pitcher. And it's a beautiful thing. I am so excited. I might get a Yamamoto jersey now.
Oh,
what does this have to do with
Where
Kershaw?
is a Yamamoto
Why are we doing
bobblehead?
Kershaw
I will build a beautiful tower for that Yamamoto bobblehead.
The
They
only
make a shrine.
the only chance Kershaw gets into one of these games at Dodger Stadium, right, is if it's a blowout.
Yeah,
one way or the
by,
other.
by the Dodgers. No, I don't even think it's.
You don't think they would
Because
say,
game-
hey, go out
game
there
one-
and eat some innings?
Game 1 was a blowout, and they didn't go to him.
They
That
wanted
would
to
have
be
been the
like
right spot.
the final out. They wanted to be
Yeah.
like that type of moment.
So
It would be nice.
and he'll somehow still give up a home run.
Hey, do you want to know what Dave said about it? They asked
Sure.
if they
Sure.
could see him.
Let's go to the
I
tape.
would love to get him into one of these games if the situation is right. But first and foremost, I'm going to make decisions that I feel are best for helping the team win that particular game. And if he's a part of it, fantastic.
That's
God,
right,
that
Dave.
sounds-
You are the best manager in baseball because of that decision making. Because
like
you
such a
said
charity
no.
case.
I am not giving in to Kershaw and all these gutless fans like Greg Bergman that are like, "Oh, he's so amazing."
I don't even know why you're talking about Kershaw.
because we brought him up, and then we
You
were
have-
able to
I
play
mean,
the
listen,
sound.
Sonia Chen on MLB.com, who I think does a phenomenal job covering the Dodgers, had a story over the weekend. Like, is it possible Clayton Kershaw could get an appearance in one of these games at Dodger Stadium?
It would be great, but it really would
will.
have to be in the moment that Lindsay was talking about. Like it's the final out and the bottom or top, depending on what's top of the ninth, bottom of the ninth, and he gets like the final out because they were up 10-1. That would be fantastic.
If it was game 2, but it was at Dodger Stadium, let's say it's that scenario where like Yamamoto's about to finish a complete game and you're up 5-1 and you got, the top of the lineup. Would you bring him in
No.
for like the
No.
last?
No.
You
No
leave
way.
Yamamoto in.
No
Wait,
way.
Would you leave him in or would you bring him in for the last batter?
No.
Not even?
in game
No,
2?
because
No,
why would
not-
you disrespect Yamamoto
No.
like
Yeah.
that? If he's
I-
done
What are
all
you
the heavy
doing, Lindsay?
lifting-
Why are you disrespecting
I'm asking.
Yamamoto?
I'm asking because
Don't
everybody
disrespect Yamamoto.
Listen,
We built a shrine for him.
It would have to be in a closeout game when you're up
Okay.
big.
Okay.
Who's the
Listen, can I
guy that's
ask you-
saying the Yamamoto song? I want to do a duet with him.
I've been trying to find him because I want to have him perform it in studio live. That'd be
Oh, nice.
amazing. But I can't find him.
Think about if you're Kershaw and you're hearing us talk about using Kershaw as a charity case. Like if I were Kershaw, I'd rather not pitch than be some charity case. Seriously. Like, hey, I'm part of the team. I did what I did
would
during the
agree.
regular season. I'll take my ring. I'll ride off into the sunset. But I don't need to be your charity case.
But it's not a charity case if it's like a special moment where it's like he gets to ride off into the sunset for like the last out of the World Series when they win.
Yeah,
That'd be
but the way you-
amazing.
Yeah, the last out of the World
People
Series,
would
sure.
be like crying their eyes out, like, "Oh, this is so perfect."
Hey, if it's 10-1, fine. But if
What's
Yamamoto,
the least number of runs they can be up before you'd be okay with that?
I'd say at least 5.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Kershaw for one, to close.
I don't know.
I gotta respect Yamamoto.
You got to think about it.
Now, can I ask everybody a question? I saw this on social media. I don't know if I believed it, so I'm asking if everybody else saw this as well. That after Yamamoto's complete game, they were like, this guy's so amazing that after the game, he was like kind of straightening up in the dugout before he left the dugout.
That's what
Come
he
on,
does.
is that for real?
Yeah, that's what he does.
What's wrong with that? He's a good
it's
teammate.
so sweet.
He cleans
amazing.
up after everybody.
That's amazing.
Apparently, Shohei and Yamamoto,
Yeah.
that's a Japanese
It's a thing.
that it's
It's a
like
custom.
Yep.
It's a custom that it's also like when you put something on the ground, it's actually you're putting your luck on the ground, so they're picking
Why
up
it's so
all the
much
luck.
cleaner there.
So it's interesting. I saw this on social media of an American family that moved to Japan, and for work-related stuff or whatever. And the son was playing Little League there, and the customs there are so cool and so different. To your point, Cappy, like they make the kids, rake the fields. Usually the coaches do that stuff. They make the kids rake the field after each game. Like the way they handle the post game is really impressive. So I'm not surprised that is the case with those guys.